Hi guys, sorry I take off my glasses because there is too much flashback. So, uh, anyway, I hope everybody's having a good Friday. Um, welcome to Ginger's Chat Show, and it's Friday, February 27th, 26th, and tomorrow's the 28th, which is the last day of February. Now remember, every 4 years there is leap year, which is February 29th. So I think next year's leap year. Um, anyway, I'm sorry. Allergies are starting to stir, and I'm starting to cough from it. Anyway, this past week we'll be discussing a couple of things here. The Senate voted the other day on the uh, Tribe to Save the Vote Act thing on the forcing women to go change their names back to their maiden name, uh, from married name to maiden name, so it'll match on their driver's license or match on their birth certificates and everything else. And the Senate said no, because they have a lot of women in the Senate, and many women go, that's not going to happen. Even the Republican women said no. Uh, it passed on a very narrow margin in the House. Well, the Senate sent it back to the House, and it said no, we don't have enough votes for veto or enough votes, period. So basically, it arrived the Senate from the House to the Senate dead on arrival. So we could breathe somewhat a sigh of relief on that. That is so stupid. I'm not going to go through the expense. I can't afford it right now. I can't go through the expense of changing my married uh, married name back to my uh, maiden name, even if I wanted to. Of course, I've been divorced for about 18 years now, and I'm not going to change it back. I don't want to cause confusion. So, uh, millions upon millions of women who do get married take on their husband's surname. Okay? That way it avoids confusion and misunderstanding and everything else. That's why it's been done. What Project 2025 seems to be wanting to do is take away all the women's rights and put them back on what it was in the 1950s and 40s and 50s, not allowing women to have rights to have their own checking account or take out a loan or whatever. Okay? Well, I'm sorry, we're way past that now. I enjoy my right to vote because good majority here in the United States, when we vote, women really have a big say in all this. Yep. And they would not, if hypothetically, I'm saying hypothetically, if this happened, the men are not going to get the required majority vote percentage of wins. So, and some of the guys there don't think. That's part of the problem. Those are all for this Project 2025 crap. Frankly, it belongs in a burn barrel. It really does. Uh, Also, Trump is trying to cheat before the midterms. In other words, he's thinking about declaring martial law and everything else, and they go, that's against the law there too. There would have to be a true national emergency on this. I mean, really true. The voting thing is not a national emergency. We vote every, every 2 years, every 4 years, and in between those 4 years, in 2 years into a president's term, we vote for the midterms. Well, you know what? I think, as I said before, we need to revamp the um, terms on the House and the Senate. You're like presidents every 4 years, they can only serve 2 terms. We need to do the same thing with the House and the Senate. Put everybody on the same page. The Senate votes, they vote for their new members every 4 years. The House, new members every 4 years. No more midterms. We're still burned out by voting, and we really, truly need a break from that. We really do. So, we need to push on that and suggest on that, okay? And yes, it could be amended in the Constitution, okay? I think the Constitution needs a little bit of tweaking uh, to get things up to date, per se, because things have changed so much since 1776, right? Um, we are in the computer, we use AI to help us with many things. People go to college, kids go to school online, those that live in remotely online. Well, we were forced to go online during COVID, okay? So really, it's really not much of a change, okay? Um, and we need to push for kids to push on the school districts and they'll start teaching kids cursive and learning how to read cursive. I keep hearing stories, well, they don't teach cursive anymore or anything else. And they have very poor, the colleges are complaining that there's very poor writing and reading skills. And that needs to be pushed. That needs to be emphasized, okay? When I grew up, I learned phonics to read. Also, it helped in my speaking because my hearing issues that I had, you really miss a lot. You really do when you're hard of hearing. You miss a lot what's being said, and you don't always pick things up clearly. Now, a normal person with normal hearing, yeah, they pick up things up, clear, where things are said clearly. Sorry, I'm really tired today. Um, Said clearly. Now, another thing I like to see emphasized is including, okay, you have the LGBTQ groups, they need to be included too. They have the same rights as everybody else. They should not be excluded. And Trump needs a thorough kick in the butt for that. He didn't know what the real world looks like. The guy is so obtuse. And a lot of people ask, well, why are you using obtuse? What does it mean? Obtuse means they're being purposely stupid. Okay? They're being ignorant. And Trump is ignorant. Okay? I don't believe in pushing your religion on somebody else because it may not fit their narrative, fit their comfort zone. That's why there's 2 things that people don't discuss. 1, religion. 2, politics. Because religion and politics are both hot topics. Even though, yes, we need to discuss them. Okay? If you have a very calm atmosphere, discuss on that, go, okay, what's your take on this and what's your take on that? That's what we need to discuss, okay? We need to push back on Congress, and Congress needs to push back on Trump. Matter of fact, while Congress is at it, impeach Trump. The guy needs to be fired. Okay? Take out his whole administration. Fire the whole administration. Get a whole professional group in there. And people said, well, that's not going to happen. Well, bull crap, you're the boss. You're the boss of Congress. They work for you. And they need to be reminded of that. They work for you, not Trump. Trump also works for the people. He should be working for the people. He's not doing his job properly. He's doing dereliction of duty. So therefore, he needs to be fired. Hey, Dorothy. Nice seeing you. Hey, how are you feeling, Dorothy? I hope better. Yeah, the flu crap is not helping any. There is some cruds going around and it is causing some issues with some people. But, as I'm saying, we really need to kick butt. We need professional people that knows how things work in government, because all government is made up of laws, made up of rules, made up of regulations. Sure, you may not like the laws, and sure, you may not like the rules. Oh, that's good, Dorothy. Good. Well, be sure to drink green tea, hot green tea with honey, and have hot chicken noodle soup. That helps too. Because I have a whole bunch of chicken noodle soup stocked up in here. So anyway, that's it for that subject. Next subject, I just happened to see on the headlines. You remember the singer-songwriter Neil Sedaka? John? John who? Dorothy? Oh, John, you mean John Bertovo? No, I didn't see that, if that's who you're talking about. Anyway, you remember the singer-songwriter Neil Sedaka? He did oh, I forgot one of my favorite songs he wrote. Hold on a second. I don't see it. No. He was on. They had a sing on here. Yeah, he passed away this morning. Age 86. I loved a lot of his songs. I really did. And when I was playing my radio, I would, ride my horse and I could hear the songs being played. My horse liked it too. He liked his songs. He thought they were fun to trot to. Um, yes, it's very sad. We're losing some really good songwriters. Um, it's really kind of sad. Songwriters now, I don't seem to recognize. So I'm kind of going back to the classical music. I don't hear so much good. unless I go to the Golden Oldies radio um, and listen to those, then yeah. But on the current ones, no, you don't hear very much of those. Um, I rather listen to classical music more than anything because it's relaxing. Um, so anyway, it's kind of sad about Neil. Um, let's see what else. And I had my eyes checked yesterday, and I'm getting a new set of glasses. And I'll be getting those in a couple of weeks. The current ones I have right now, I don't see very well out of because my eyes have changed somewhat. Yeah, I know, Dorothy. Maybe I need to get with the times music wise, unless it's very, very good songs. I'd rather have like ballads, some pop music if it's really good, ballads, old sea shanty. Let me try again. Old sea shanty songs. They're fun to hear. Um, the one sea shanty song is the one of the Billy O.D. song. Uh, it talks about the sailor's life and the ships and everything else. The hard work the guys do that bring our stuff to us and everything. Um, and of course, New York has been having a very rough week snow-wise, and I don't know how much of it's melted now, if any melted, or they got more. Um, yeah, I like some jazz if I could, if it's really good. Now, some of the jazz I like is the old, oh, what's his name? No, it wasn't Janis Joplin. Oh, what's the other? Another guy, but Joplin that did the old um, songs. They were like made in 1900s. Um, but anyway, yeah. So anyway, again, be sure to push back. Be active online if you can. Just push back. And of course, knowing Facebook is being things, push back at Facebook. Embarrass Facebook. Now, I have my security settings set up where they can't get back at me. They can't block me. And so I have a lot of the what they call what's the name of it? A lot of their trolls and everything else. I have it where the trolls are caught and they can't report me. Uh, I push back, and of course I post this video on my YouTube channel. I need more subscribers. I want to go live on YouTube. YouTube is not the same as Facebook, okay? YouTube, you go on YouTube, watch the videos, and if you subscribe, it's just a free subscription. You don't pay for subscriptions for those. They're free. And my subscription on my channel is free. Okay? Um, the only time that those you pay into those that have memberships, because the content creator he or she creates a whole bunch of things, do behind the scenes, do specials, that type of thing. They do members only videos. That way they could avoid the trolls. But if you have like a couple of moderators on your trolls, moderators on your YouTube channel, that can be controlled that way. You set up the rules and your moderator will enforce them. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'll post this on my YouTube channel. Have a good weekend. Take care. Stay safe. And be sure everybody shares and comments and everything else. They could comment on my timeline here on my Facebook page, or you could comment on my YouTube channel. Let me try again. YouTube page. I'm really tired today. So, anyway, I'll talk to you later. Love to all. And I will see you in the next video on Monday. Let's see, on Monday. Let me check on Monday. Hold on a minute. Let me check my calendar. Hold on a minute here. Because on Monday, Monday is April 2nd. Or not April, but March. Okay, I'll be back. I'll be here at 1 o'clock on Monday. Yeah, I will, Dorothy. Yeah, because I got an appointment on Monday. But luckily it's local. So I will see you guys later. Take care. Love to all. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.